Super Saiyan Demon Vegeta is here!
Shut your stupid
Look, it's not me, okay? It's Dragon Ball Daima, probably one of the most polarizing renditions to the Dragon Ball series. But I'm gonna break down why Daima is actually an integral part of Toriyama's works and will play a huge role in the continuation of Super, where through Daima we will learn how Goku and Vegeta will eventually surpass the power of even the gods of destructions. In fact, this is actually hinted time and time again in the Super manga with Boo's use of magic. These margin techniques even put fear into the hearts of Moro, the consumer of worlds. He was a powerful wizard that completely clapped our Saiyans, forcing them to evolve beyond their capabilities. But Boo's body being immune to magic, along with his huge arsenal of magical techniques, could unlock the next stage to our Saiyans' evolution. So what better place to understand how they work than the demon realm? But first, let's address the elephant in the room. What's up with all these retcons? How will Toyotaro facilitate these changes? So far, there has been 3 major ones that needs to be addressed. Number 1, the Potara fusion. Number 2, Goku's wish for Boo. And number 3, Shenron's one wish. Yep, episode 2 of Daima kicks right off revealing that Shenron grants 3 wishes to only repeat customers, and every new phase will only be granted 1 wish. Like what? Goma had planned to gain the legendary 13 Oculus with another wish. This dojutsu is supposedly said to grant the user unbelievable power, but instead Goma gets blue-balled and is left with nothing. Well, he does gain a little baby Dende, but even though the one wish explanation seems pretty ridiculous, it's not a retcon. Remember, usually retcons or retroactive continuity are story elements that can cause contradictions by changing something that already happened. But in this case, Shenron's one wish is in line with the story, because the only other time a new face made a wish was at the end of the Broly movie, and just like with Goma, only one wish was given to Chilai and Limo. Also in the manga, only one wish was given to Sobe to wish back Frieza, though the anime allowed Pilaf to grab one wish too, but that could be seen as he's considered a repeat customer. But even if this isn't the case, it could just mean that Shenron lied. I mean, they did skip the recharge period, which could have affected the amount of wishes present. But don't get me wrong, all of this is still just for plot convenience, as after the Dragon Balls flew into the sky and scattered all over Earth, Goma asked Neva to do the same ritual of recalling and then reviving the balls. But this time, the Namekian said he couldn't do it twice in a row, which answered the question everyone had in their last episode of whether the wishes can be spammed again and again. Coming to the other 2 supposed retcons, well, like Shenron's wish, the Potara earrings can also be reconciled. In episode 1 of Daima, Shin states that the earrings' effects were undone by Boo's magic gas, which, to be honest, that's what I felt broke Vegeta's fusion when I first saw it in Z, as exactly when the barrier around him dropped, so was the fusion. But in Super, Shin and Kibito states they used the Dragon Balls to split apart, and later Gowasu explains that the Potara's permanent effects are only limited to their race, otherwise there is a time limit. But all of this can be true, so it's not a retcon. The Potara earrings can have a time limit whilst also being undone by Boo's inner gas. The only thing that needs to happen is Kibito and Shin's fusion by the end of this arc so they can unfuse with the Dragon Balls. Now moving on to the 3rd retcon. Krillin says Goku wished for Boo to be a good guy and remain on Earth, which wasn't needed in the original story. A lot of you actually try to justify this by saying Krillin was referring to Oob, but that's wrong. Oob wasn't the result of the Dragon Balls, rather it was King Yama. Regardless, the reconciliation for this retcon is due to translation. It seems that Crunchyroll's English translation is at fault and not Toriyama. According to the original Japanese, Krillin is stating that Goku wished for the people of Earth to think Fat Boo is a good person, i.e. making the world populace forget about his evil deeds. This is in line with the original story. So Daima has no retcons? Well, I don't know about that. I'm pretty sure we will be seeing some throughout the series. However, I don't think it's gonna be integral. What will be is the new Ball steep lore that's being introduced. With everyone shrunken and Dende being kidnapped to the demon realm, the gang's next course of action is to go there. Now you might be thinking, why didn't Goma just blast Dende's head off? I mean, he's a demon, right? Imagine, like Boo, who actually didn't even think twice, so why is Goma being so soft? Well, we can make up some BS saying that he needs baby Dende, or simply, Goma isn't a bad guy.
Huh?
You heard me. The demon realm politics seems to be very convoluted. Shin states that Goma is really strong, though he doesn't look like it. So maybe he has a transformation like Frieza or is a wizard like Babidi. But with that power, he chose not to kill. In fact, the whole reason for Goma's action was to protect the demon realm from the Saiyan's invasion. This idea was planted by Dr. Arinsu, who in my eyes is very sussy, and whatever project she is working on could be the next big threat for our Saiyans. We know from episode 1 she was excited and very curious on why King Dabura left the demon realm, as that isn't something he would do normally. But we know that Dabura was under a spell, and this is exactly what Dr. Arinsu wants: control and power, like Babidi had. From the giant fish, we also know that Arinsu had visited Universe 7 before Goma did. There is also a possibility she collected our Saiyan's DNA to make a demon version under her control. We saw this theme with Majin Vegeta, but knowing the Saiyans cannot be controlled so easily, the next step would be to make a Saiyan from scratch. This mindset wouldn't be a stretch either, as another core being in Zamasu tried to obtain Goku's body for himself. In turn, Goku and Vegeta might need to learn demon techniques to counter this, or at least fuse once again. Hence, the whole reason I think Toriyama mentioned Boo's gas is what caused the fusion to split, is so he can use this concept later on, so they will be confident of being split soon after. And plus, after learning some cool Majin techniques, we might get a chance to see Super Saiyan Majin Vegeta. Now, alternatively, they could do the dance, but then that would really be a retcon, as the duo learned the dance for the first time in the Broly movie. So unless they forgot or had bad memory lapse or whatever, it just doesn't make sense. Regardless, Dende being nabbed gives a legitimate reason for Goku and the others to visit the demon realm, as before this, they could have just gone to Namek and used their Dragon Balls to undo Goma's wish, which is why Goku asks Shin to take him. But it's revealed that he cannot use his teleportation technique to go there. This connects with Daizenshu 7 stating that the Kais themselves do not really understand the demon realm, as not even the gods' eyes can reach it. But in Daima, Shin does seem to know some parts of the realm, presumably from his siblings. In fact, the Supreme Kai reveals he wasn't originally from Universe 7 and arrived through his ship, which was then broken during the battle between Goku and Kid Buu. This means that either he is an exception or the planet of the core beings where the Kais are from exist in a different plane altogether, just like the demon realm. After being born from the golden fruits of the planet's world tree, they are then requested to come to their respective realm. Shin's brother Degasu was called to the demon realm, whilst Shin, along with the other Kais, was sent to the main realm. This does make a lot of sense, considering each universe from 1 to 12 has core beings as their Kais. So I guess they are all given a ship that can traverse through these different planes of existence. Now, Bulma said it would take 10 days for her to fix the ship, giving enough time for Goku and the others to get used to their new bodies. This is also quite similar to how Ginyu and Zamasu took a lot of time to get adjusted to Goku's body and why they were initially weak. We see a good amount of nostalgia with Goku unable to make contact with the pillar due to his short leg, which was the same reason why he lost to Jackie Chun or Masaroshi in the finals of the 21st World Martial Arts Tournament. Now Goku has to get used to the same body whilst being a million times stronger than his previous self. Another sweet addition to the nostalgia factor is when Goku retrieves his power pole and decides to use it as an extension of his limbs. Goku goes to Korin to get it back, but finds out that Master Roshi took it since nobody was using it to climb the tower. Turns out that Roshi was using it as a hanger to dry his clothes. After retrieving the power pole, we know Goku will be using it throughout his Daima adventures. But because Dragon Ball Super Episode 86 showcased the power pole retracting from the lookout, it means that once Goku is done with it, the power pole will return back to his original use. But whilst Goku trains, the rest talk about the demon realm, and it's here where new lore is revealed answering previous questions. Shin says that not all people with pointy ears are from the demon realm, but many of them are. Quite a few traveled to different universes, of which some of them sought freedom, whilst others went out to carry out their demonic nature to conquer different planets. But from the looks of it, the demon realm politics is governed by the rule of the strongest, where oppression is a norm, hence mass migration. In fact, Popo's species may also be from the demon realm, who had escaped after reaching enlightenment. My guy is over 1000 years old according to the Daizenshu, and considering he has horns underneath that turban, it could mean that he's based off the guardian black-cloaked deity Mahakala. Remember, Popo was appointed as Earth's guardian way before the nameless Namekian became Kami. Likely after his parents popped out the demon realm, they met an ancient Kami who saw goodness in their son and decided to take Popo as an helper. At this point, we also learn that the Namekians left too, because they were not a species that liked to be ruled. This again would make sense if Zarama is their forefather. Hence, the Namekians would feel a sense of pride in their existence. We know that the Namekians did not only go to Universe 7, as during the Tournament of Power, its twin in Universe 6 also had Namekians, once again reinforcing the Zarama theory, as Zarama's rule or dominion seemed to stretch between 6 and 7, where the Super Dragon Balls were sent across them. By the way, all of this lore is consistent with Super, as in chapter 69, the Namekian elder Muri reveals that they originally did in fact come from another realm. Now, does this mean that Neva is the only Namekian left in the demon realm? Well, I don't know, but Degusu in episode 1 did state they searched for other Namekians and weren't able to find any of them, leaving only Neva. What we do know for sure is that the visual proof of Namekians living in the demon realm comes from the ending theme of Daima, where we see a place with trees and houses exactly like those on planet Namek. In fact, both the ending and opening reveals more visuals of the demon realm and its 3 worlds, along with Dabura's father, Abura, and the mysterious third eye. We also see Goku and the gang searching for the Dragon Balls in the demon realm, which actually sets the entire story that either Goma wants to do an exchange for Dende, because you know these balls are guarded by the super strong Tamagotchi Yamagachis who were not defeated in a very long time, or maybe they need it for another king. Yep, we see another denizen of the demon realm, Glorio, who says he's been sent by the king of one of the 3 worlds to help Goku and the others get the original bodies back and overthrow Goma. Maybe the other king wants to compete with Goma for the throne and make Goku and Vegeta finish him off so that he can be the new king. In fact, these 3 prominent worlds will have their own respective leadership, where possibly one of them could be from the Buu clan. Like, imagine a baddie princess from the Buu clan. Nah, you guys. Some of you lot are just down bad. But seriously, just imagine the different races we will get to see. Remember, the story focuses on a Game of Thrones scenario where multiple demons engage in a civil war to become the king of the demon realm. And from the main trailer, we know that Goku will fight the Tamagamis and make Neva summon the demon realm's dragon Dorose. However, according to the leaks, Neva aligns with the demons so he could make an evil wish against Goku and the others. So the real villains aren't Goma or Degusu. It could be Dr. Arinsu, Neva, or a new character altogether. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And to watch more peak fiction, make sure to check out this video next.